Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. There it is. I'm not gonna delay the introduction. There it is. This is what we're gonna talk about. The video that we shared with you where we unboxed our hot air fryer, the Philips hot air fryer, is actually one of our most watched videos. It's gonna reach soon about, I don't know, 71,000 or 72,000 views. So wow, we really never expected that. So thank you so much for all of you out there, guys, the one that either come here just incidental to watch these kind of videos or always watch whatever nonsense we share here with you. Just thank you from the heart from me and Mike. So yeah, a lot of you asked us if we were able to do a follow-up. I'm sorry about the noises that you hear in the background. Mike is playing a video game. So yes, of course, we'll be happy to share with you an update or a follow-up to actually tell you very honestly and just openly what we still think about this Philips hot air fryer. As you can see, we still have all the accessories. They all still look good. I mean, because one of you asked us if they do rust quickly. You know, these are some, I think I have everything. I'm not really sure because it's very hard. Once you pile them up in the cupboard, it's very hard to get them out and then pile them up again because, as you can see, it's not like you can fit them on top of each other like bricks. So, but I think this is what I could get my hands on. I think this is all. As you can see, again, they're still good and we do use them frequently. What else we have here? We have these, and then the hot air fryer itself. As you can see, look. It's still there. We haven't renewed anything from the unboxing that we did. It's quite a time ago. So, but yeah, there it is. Everything is as is. Those things that you see right there is not rust. It's actually a little bit of decoloration, but it's also a little bit of grease. It's not because we're dirty birds and we don't clean this. You can actually look. Because I just started to warm it up because I'm going to use it and I forgot that I was supposed to do an update. So let me show you with my finger that this is not dirt. This is just how it is. Look out. See? I can assure you that we're not dirty birds. We do. We're on the contrary. We actually are a little bit obsessed with cleaning the house, the stuff, whatever. It's just the type of people that we are. But this metal, that's maybe the only down thing that I can share with you guys. This thing is made of metal that really, really likes to hold on to the grease. It's very, very hard to get rid of the grease. Somehow it just this kind of metal absorbs the grease and you see it as stains, but I can assure you that I clean it thoroughly. The same thing goes actually, I'm sorry about that. Same thing goes actually from the rim or the inside of this accessory. Sometimes you see glisters and I don't know how to call that, little shiny sprinkles, and one would think probably that this is oil. It's just not clean. But I can show you, I can do the same test again. Look. Well, a little bit comes off, but that's because I'm trying to scratch it. Like I said, you guys, we have nothing to hide. We're just very open about the product review that we do. We're not sponsored or anything. We're just too small and too insignificant of a channel, trust me, to be sponsored or anything. So I wish, like we always joke. So again. See, it's just like I said about the underlayer. It's just the kind of metal that likes to hold on to the grease, even though we clean it frequently and thoroughly. And we have this. You can look it up. This is like the best. I think it's called detergent in English. What you use to clean your dishes. The best thing that we have here in Holland. Nothing can stand in its way, and yet. And literally nothing can stand its way. In the worst case, we just leave things to soak. But it doesn't matter how often you do it, you will always see that the metal looks greasy and looks as if it's not clean. But maybe I'm just too, how do you say that? I'm a perfectionist, maybe. I just like to see things clean. The same thing cannot be said about this grate, as you can see. It's really good. It's not, it doesn't do the same, it doesn't have the same effect as the rest of the metal. So yeah. What else can we say about this? So no, it doesn't rust. It's still here with being used. Trust me, guys, we use it like heavily. We use it like heavily. And I'm not talking about 1 time or 2 times a week, but more frequently than that. So what can I say? So yes, we're very, very, very happy with this. Very happy with all the accessories, especially if you do love your pizza. You do need to get this one, because otherwise it just won't fit in here. Your pizza won't fit in here. But when you get this accessory that has this open end on the other side, you just give the pizza more space. So yes, so you do need this one. And if you like to make your own homemade chips by like apple chips or all those kind of stuff, you need this lid. And this lid you actually need for many things, not just to make your own homemade chips as they like to advertise, but especially if you make meat that you like to coat with breadcrumbs or whatever. It is very, very important to have something on there, because otherwise it's gonna fly around and just get stuck in the little engine that you have here, the fan that you have here somewhere. So just to prevent that, when you make things that you like to coat, either light or heavily coat, just make sure that you buy this thing, and then and it goes like a lid on legs, I should say, not paws. But yeah, it goes like this, and then you just like this. It just goes like this on top of whatever you're making, and that prevents whatever is on your food. Whether it's like I said, sometimes we like to coat chicken stripes, or sometimes we like to make cakes with how do you call that? Almond shapes, almond flocks, or coconut flocks, stuff like that. As soon as they go there and the fan starts to spin in there, you'll see that all those kind of stuff that, are not really strong enough to hold on to your meat or whatever you're sprinkling it on, that they won't have that much strength to stay on there. So at a certain point, they're gonna fly around. So I would say, yes, get this one. About these accessories, these are supposed to help you get more food in there by piling them up, like have something on here and then use one of these on top and then have something on there too. We actually use this only when we make stuff like pigs in blanket, or I should say beef in blanket, because we don't eat pork, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, so when you make stuff like that, otherwise, when you're working with meat, I don't know, it's not really my favorite to have meat on top of there and then vegetables down, or the other way around. It's just too much of a fuss. So what I usually do is just make sure that I do them back to back. Just finish the one first, then do the other one. But you can do it. You can do it. I mean, if you want to work in a much more smarter way with your hot air fryer, you can use that. But what I tend to do is just bake them halfway, and that way, one after another, back to back, until they're all done and still warm. And eventually, what I like to do is add everything together. When everything is done, add them all together, and then just put it on this option that keeps the food warm. So that way you will not end up with one side dish or one of the other, whatever you're making, that is a little bit cold. No one likes cold food. I mean, there are some cold food that are supposed to be cold, but you guys know what I mean. So other than that, to be honest with you guys, I just remember that we have other accessories that are not here. Like I said, they're in the cupboard. For example, roasting the meat, or making burgers, or making steaks. You know what? I wouldn't worry too much about that. What we do, and this is a great tip for anyone that doesn't have a lot of time to keep cleaning this. What we do is we use this basket for fries, because you want your fries to be crispy all around. So yes, so they need to be in this. But For all the other stuff, we actually use one of these pans. And trust me, guys, your meat will be grilled, your meat will be roasted all around. It's gonna be delicious. Just make sure that you turn them halfway. Whatever you cook, just look up how much time they need to be in there, depending on what kind of ingredient, what kind of meat. Just make sure that you turn them halfway, and I assure you, you don't have to buy any special grill accessories or whatever. Just use this thing. And in fact, I will be using this just now for our dinner, because it's almost dinner time, to grill some chicken shish kebab. You can just make them yourself. Just get these sticks, and you can break them. Make sure that they fit in this pan, and just add marinated meat or chicken on there, or whatever you want to grill, and make your own shish kebabs, and they always come out delicious. So what I'm saying right now is the summary. This thing is still really, really good, and no, it doesn't rust that fast. You don't have a lot of accessories that you really need to have, but if you love to do pizza, then you really need to get the pizza accessory. And like I said, get this lid also. It really helps. Other than that, you have this basket that comes with it. Other than that, you're gonna be fine with just putting whatever in one of these pans. We even, of course, for your cake, we make cake in here. We roast meat in here. We make meatballs in here. Whatever. Yeah, so whatever comes to mind, whatever kind of side dish that's appropriate to make in here. Anything that you would otherwise make in your oven, you will be able to make it in here, one of these pans. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm talking too fast. It's just because I was actually already started with making dinner, so I have ingredients here that I cannot just let sit here too long. I forgot about making this one, so that's why I'm sorry. I'm not hyperactive. Mike would tell you that I am, but not today. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. We still love our hot air fryer, and yeah, like I said, we use it frequently. And it's just the food, it's just delicious. It's crispy. It's not greasy. It's, we got rid of the whole chapter of too greasy food and all that way behind us. And I would advise you to do the same. Please, please, please. We don't add any oil in here when we roast the meat. Even when we do the shish kebabs, we don't add any oil in here other than the oil that you already have in whatever you marinated your meat with. So, and it's just, just make sure that you give it enough time. Look up how much time you need to have for whatever ingredient, and just trust in this thing a little bit. And every now and then, keep checking. We make everything with this. Like I said, roasted chicken, I made from this. Meatballs, I made from this. We made cake. We made, tomato sauce. We made pasta. We made lasagna. We made, I don't know, I don't know how much things we made that I cannot remember from the top of my head to share here with you guys. But you just have to have a good, easy recipe that's really appropriate for this. And I'm not going to suggest that I'm the best hot air fryer chef, but I do have some recipes that you will find in the playlist, the hot air fryer playlist, that might be able to get you started, at least. And if they're not too fancy enough for you, then you can, just meander around and see what other complicated, much more fancier recipes that you can find. So for now, enough chit chat. That's it, guys. That's it. Please, if you have any questions, let us know. But if you're still a little bit paranoid or afraid whether to invest in this or not, please go ahead and invest in it, because it's worth your money. And a lot of you told us that you guys cannot get this one in the US, but I'm sure you guys have your own brands there, or other countries, maybe here in Europe. Not really sure. I don't know how it works. I just know that Philips is a Dutch brand, and you guys have Philips in the US, but it has a different name. Mike, do you still remember the name of Philips in the USA? Magnafox? Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. Maybe you can look it up on the Magnafox. So, that's it, guys. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you. That's it. So, for today, I'm going to make for me and Mike the paprika, marinated chicken, shish kebabs, like you see here. I always add these in there for, put them on 180, and then, you know, with chicken, I discovered that it's almost, when you have chicken that's cut like this, little pieces, if it's a whole chicken, there is a different way of roasting it in here, and I shared that with you. You can find it in the hot air fryer recipes playlist. But when it's chicken that's cut like this, small pieces, I discovered that usually almost never takes longer than 17 minutes tops. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just add them in there and let them go. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make potato tortilla. I don't know how it's called in English, but for those of you that know how you make this, or want to make this, for those of you that knows this but don't know how to make it, this is my way, and it always is delicious and moist. Just get your potatoes, clean them, cut them like this, really in small pieces. Then fry them until they're done. Fry them in oil. But make sure that you put a big lid on your frying pan when you fry these in oil. Make sure you put a lid on them, otherwise they're gonna dry out by the heat, by the oil, by the whole thing. By putting a lid on it, they will stay mushy. That's what you want. Then break about, I don't know, I have here 1 kilo, and usually I break 6 eggs in there, and I mix the whole thing, add a little bit of salt. Make sure that you have a skillet that does not stick. A little bit of oil in there. Make sure that you have a skillet that has edges that come up, like skillet that's deep and has edges that come up like this, you know, because that will help shape the tortilla and give it the classic shape. And again, make sure that just a little bit of oil, not too much. Make sure that the oil is really hot before you add your potato egg mixture in there, and then put it on between low and medium. Give it time, and then make sure that you have a flat plate. Put it on there on your skillet while this spread it out in your skillet, or whatever skillet I think it's called. And then as soon as you feel like you can move it around and you see that it's moving around as a whole, you can also turn it like this with your finger. Try to turn it. When you see that the whole thing is turning, it doesn't fall apart, you know that it's strong enough to flip it on the other side, and then just bake the other side. And that's it, you guys. That's how you do your Spanish tortilla. That's what I'm going to do today with the chicken shish kebabs, as I will be showing you. And then I'm going to close this video, as I will be showing you here how they will come out. They're really delicious, nicely roasted, and just perfect the way you want them. And all from this machine. So I just added the oil in there. Then turn your heat on high. The oil needs to heat up. As soon as it's heat up, you can test it by throwing one of these in there after a couple of minutes. So guys, they smell delicious. Let me tell you that. They smell delicious. This is not oil. This is actually the fat that came off the chicken. So I'm gonna leave it in there. I just added, I just pushed this button to keep it warm. Max 30 minutes. That's the longest time it can keep it warm for you. Meanwhile, keeping an eye on the fries. And I don't want to discourage anyone, you guys. This is the only thing that we use with oil still, because the tortilla, we do not want to have tortilla with dry potatoes. This is the only thing that we do. Sometimes once in 2 weeks, sometimes once in 3 weeks, sometimes once a month. So just depends how much we miss it, but it's the only thing that we do. Otherwise, it's this baby right here. This time I'm not gonna add 6 eggs like I told you, but only 3 is enough. I'm doing this with one hand, you guys. You know, the idea is that you see that there is enough egg So 3, in this case, sometimes it just comes out like this. I always use the same 1 kilo of potatoes that I fry. Look, they're nice and soft and juicy. But yeah, in this case, 3 eggs are more than enough. I could have done with 2 actually, see? So, just let them sit. Now, shift your attention to this skillet. Like I said, it has to has an edge like this to give it the shape. So I'm gonna do it right here. What I do is, don't add a lot of oil, just do this, and whatever comes off, like 3 times or something. Whatever drips off, oh my God, what I'm doing is really dangerous. Look, it's tipped. This is more than enough. So I'm gonna switch them because this is the better, this is better than this place. Just my feeling. So I'm gonna switch them, heat the oil again, and then add everything in here, and then make it a little bit, spread it out with your wooden spoon. That's it, you guys. And when you feel like it's done, the whole thing can be moved. When you shake it, then you can flip it, and then give it a little bit more time, and then that's it. For some reason, like I said, I ended up with less potato this time, so I hope the tortilla will have a nice shape despite this. Make sure that you spread it out like this. That has the same thickness everywhere. And with your wooden spoon, keep unsticking the edges like this, okay? Oh, you guys, I wish I had the technology to let you smell what I smell in the kitchen. It's just this extremely Mediterranean smell. Reminds me of my childhood. The kind of smell that you always smell around noon, or around supper time, the Mediterranean countries. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, I just flipped it. As soon as you flip it, make sure you push the sides downwards. Yeah, it's like I was afraid of, you guys. I don't have enough potato in there to make a nice thick tortilla, but this will have to do. There it is. This is my childhood on a plate. I just love this, love it. So good, you guys. I promise you. So good. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We love you. Bye-bye for now.